This is Bahamas Drill Journalist, where we explain the lives of some of the most dangerous criminals, kingpins and most wanted people of the Bahamas. This is the story of local gangster Tboy and his life before death. Young Edwin attended Aubrey Sales Primary School as a young decent student until he went to Nash Junior School, where he was repping gun hawks around the time of graduation. He was kicked out of school and attended C.R. Walker High School where he was kicked out. He has 5 siblings from the eldest to the youngest was Freckles, Shelly, Tboy himself, K-Dog, Cassandra and Jenica Cervera. Tboy also had an older brother who died in 2006. He was shot and killed in a gang retaliation. Tboy also had a loss of his mother back in 2021, Suzanne Cervera. At the time, he was incarcerated. His father is still alive at this time, who is currently back in Haiti. Tboy have one baby mother by the name of Oriel, which they had one little girl together. She was from Baintown. Tboy was roaming more of the Grantstown area where Tboy was selling cocaine and marijuana to locals and tourists from the downtown area. Tboy was a ladies' man. He usually had dated 3 females at the same time, which was Tia from Hay Street. Her baby daddy was Malakas, who was killed on a beach, then Brittany, his brother K-Dog, baby mother's cousin, and Precious from Anglerston. His right-hand men were to be Randy, where he was once locked up with Psycho, another known criminal offense, the Grantstown area. K-Dog, his brother, is currently incarcerated for burglary and attempting a murder. Around that time, Tboy tried to change his life after he got out of prison. Tboy moved out area to go in the Chippingham area, where Tboy attended church, giving out gifts and toys in the community and trying to get the system to give him a second chance and have take his ankle monitor taken off. This is how Tboy was murdered. Tboy was leaving a store where he was approached by a small, dark vehicle when one masked gunman hopped out and aimed a firearm into his direction, where he was fatally shot and killed on a property of a church on early morning of Tuesday. Tboy was headshot to the brains and were pronounced dead by EMS personnel. It was alleged that Tboy was trying to run but fell inside Apataleaf rainwater. All of this was an extended beef due to murder of Meatman. The death threats of Spider Rider and Dogbite and his beef with D-Fats, JR, Goody, Boozy, and Bobo were spiraling all over the streets. The main reasons to this conspiracy of his death is that Edwin Cervera was affiliated with the One Order gang and he was a prominent member and shooter. One time Spider was through Fritz Lane and approached Tboy to execute but spare his life due to a female of Spider were there with her kids. Back in the day, gun hawks and the raiders were cool until the split due to gang violations. But while on bail, Tboy was gunned down in Baintown as anti-government group hire foreign news crews CBS and CNN to film the murder scenes. On February 6, 2024, Edwin Cervera, who was shot dead on Cambridge and Hospital Lane area of Baintown and who was being tracked and monitored in the system. He is one of many bail victims who did not make it outside prison. Police were called into the Cambridge and Hospital Lane area of Baintown, where they found Cervera on the ground suffering from one fatal gunshot wound to the head. He died on scene. Meanwhile, operatives against the government have hired foreign news teams to come into the capital to film the carnage unfolding in a war of gangs in the capital. Bahamas government Philip Brave Davis have warned persons in the business of serious crimes to leave the country. We also warned persons seeking bail to reconsider their options. These bail applicants almost never last on the streets. You live by the gun and you shall die by the gun. The word of the Lord. More in part 2.